It's a great question because unlike some risks and opportunities, artificial intelligence cuts right across the board, right across markets, right across industries. And one thing that has become so clear is that corporations, whether they're privately held by families or whether they're publicly held or held by the state, corporations need to be on top of this issue because it's existential. If they don't get on top of it, their competitors will. And it's such a powerful tool that if a company is behind, it risks failure. So it is existential. And how a company addresses it is critical, but it's such a changed development compared to past that it is also something that affects how a board should not just address the issue, but how a board should look. What should a board look like in order to address AI? Right now we have the structure of boards and the frameworks of boards based on past experience. But AI is about future risk and future opportunity. If boards aren't able to see clear into artificial intelligence, they may fall apart. And so there is a big question. If boards are not equipped to see high tech, not equipped to understand how it applies to a business, then it's at risk. We need to think about, for instance, having people on boards who are familiar with AI, either as board members or maybe advisory members. We may need younger boards. We may need to think about having board directors who aren't necessarily people that have come as CEOs from other enterprises, but who have cut a path in high technology and understand how it might apply to a company. Well, I think we have to think about, first of all, board independence. It's important to have a board that is able to be independent of management. And that's been the case for a long period of time. It's even more critical now that technology has become such an important factor. We need to have people who are on the board that can really look at management and determine, is management doing the right thing? Is it a management that is pursuing the shareholders' idea of what makes the best success for a company? So independence is critical. The other thing is making sure that boards have capacity to understand and to analyze a company's prospects and also analyze it in a way that's independent of the management so that it can bring independent judgment to bear. And that's something that maybe requires some thinking about structure. Is the corporate secretariat properly configured to do that, to deliver independent information to the board? Is the independent chair able to really run the board in a way that makes best sense? And also, is the controlling shareholder comfortable with the board being independent and capable of running itself? Today's event is critical because Howcome really is one of the key expert ways in which companies and administrators can really understand risks, not just those that are now existing within the GCC area, but also that are coming at the GCC from all parts of the world, and Howcome is well connected into the rest of the world. So among the things we're learning about today is, of course, artificial intelligence, but also how to future ready a board. And so it gets to board capacity, board knowledge, board independence. We're learning about the risks that arise. Again, AI is one, but also There's real policy volatility going around the world right now in ways that we really haven't seen. And as one of our panelists said, it's in previous years we might have been looking to the past for guidance. The past is much less relevant to the conditions that arise today. We need to be really able to look at future risk and future opportunities, and boards that can get a grip on that aren't focused on the past but really focused on the future, that's the company, that's the board that's going to succeed.